Let's go see what's here. All right, here we are. What do we have? Let's go open this up. And here we have it. We have the iPhone 15 Pro Max in black titanium. Let's get this boy opened and set up. Let's go. Let's pull this off. Where we did the top one. Let's open it up. And here we are. We still have the little cover right here. Here's the back of it. Cameras definitely look a lot beefier than what I have, the iPhone 12. I haven't upgraded since 2020. I don't upgrade every year. I do it every 3 years. At least it's been every 3 years for I think maybe the last 2 times that I've upgraded. Here we are. Definitely not as slippery as the iPhone 12 without a case. But I'm definitely gonna be putting a case on this one. And same, I'm gonna be putting a screen protector in the front here. So we'll go right ahead and do that. But let's put this to the side. And here is the charging cable. It is I don't know, I guess off-white. It's not really a white charging cable. It would have been nice if it was the same color as the iPhone. I think the Max started coming out with the same color cable as the Max. I think, could be wrong, but here we are. That's what we have here. And then we just have some paperwork right here, nothing else. Looks like that's all we have in the box. So let's put the screen protector on here and then we'll put this in a case. Let's take this off. So here we have the 2 phones side by side. On the right hand side, we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. On the left hand side over here, we're gonna have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'm gonna show you appearance-wise some of the differences that have happened over the last 3 years since I got this one. So let's start with, they are the same size. However, as you can tell, this one, the screen goes out a little bit wider than the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I think, because they're close to one another, that new sharing feature was enabled to get them a little further away. Let me see, bring this down. That's the brightness on that one. The brightness set to the top, so let's set the brightness all the way here. So that way they have more of a, that way the brightness are both set to the same. As you can tell, the iPhone 15 is definitely brighter than the iPhone 12 Pro Max at the highest setting. And you have the dynamic island here. Over here you just had the cutout. So the screen here is way more vibrant. Let's see if I can get an image that is brighter on here to give you an idea of what that would look like. As you can tell, the iPhone 15 is definitely a brighter phone. It gives you a brighter image overall. So you can see here, it's not exactly the same positioning. However, you can still see that it is definitely brighter. The white looks whiter on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So that is what I noticed. I'll put these pictures up on the screen so you can see them all side by side. And I do think that the iPhone 15 Pro Max is way brighter. Obviously the camera has gotten way better in the past 3 years, so that's to be expected. So now let me show you the phone on the sides here. So you can tell the iPhone 15 has that titanium around it that I've actually seen a lot of mixed reviews about, and the strength and how the back cracks or what it doesn't do. So I don't know, I've had it in the case since I got it, and probably gonna keep it in the case and not try to mess around too much with it. And over here you have the stainless steel, which, you know, gets you all those little fingerprints all over, more shiny than the titanium. The first thing I noticed, and I think I said it earlier, is the beefier camera system. So look at that difference there, with this one being way beefier than the 12 Pro Max, and the cameras are definitely bigger as well. Bigger sensors that they've used since I got this one. I remember this one being like the best of the best at that point, or the best iPhone at that point, camera-wise, and now those cameras, a big difference now in the cutout and the size of the camera, and I'm guessing that is how we're able to get a much brighter end product. So I'm definitely excited to keep using, or to start to use, the iPhone 15 Pro Max cameras over the 12 Pro Max. So the backs, yeah, they're both of these would be considered what they have as their black phones. So here is the back on the 12 Pro Max, and then the 15 Pro Max, a little bit more matte on the 15 than it is on the 12. And let me turn it around because my light's over here, so you can kind of still see that it is still way brighter and more dull on this 15 on the right hand side. Now let me switch them over again. So on this end, you no longer have this little switch. You have the action button, which I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use it yet. So right now I just still have it as the silent button, what it used to be on this end. And then over here, we're going to have the button here. You have your, you have your antennas here. Looks like the iPhone 15 is slightly bigger than the 12. Let's see what we got at the bottom over here. Your microphone array, still pretty much the same there from what it looks like, except for you have USB-C here and you have the lightning over here. So all my lightning cables that I have are no longer gonna be useful for at least charging my iPhone. I'll be able to find other things such as charging the keyboard and whatever else that I have that still uses the lightning, which I'm gonna guess eventually that'll all go away and be all USB-C. So those are the major differences from an appearance standpoint on the iPhone 15 Pro Max to the iPhone 12. Obviously this has the always on screen. So there's a cool little thing where it goes back, where this one doesn't. You can see it'll shut off here in a second. And then that animation kind of moves it, which is, I don't know, kind of cool. I like the little animations that you don't expect, and they do something. So here is the case that I'm going to be using for the iPhone 15 Pro Max for the time being. It is a MagSafe case, and it says MegaMax. And I will say that these magnets are very, very powerful. This case is from Torres, and I believe I've used this brand before. Not the last one that I was using on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is this one here. As you can see, it did have the embedded magnets as well. I really did like this one. It wasn't as slick as this one is. Had a little bit more texture, it felt like, and I could hold it a lot better without worrying of it slipping. This one I can kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it feels like it, but it does kind of feel like it's a little bit more slippery than the other one. Maybe after a little use, I'll be able to get it dialed in just right. But this is what I'm going to be using. On the back over here, I do have the Go Belt phone grip. I did have it on this one as well. I really do like this phone grip. I've had this one for over a year and a half, and now I'm putting it on my iPhone 15 because I really do like it. Look how thin that is. You can hardly see it. and it works quite well. Pull it out, and you can use it as a stand, like that, or like that, depending on which angle you want to have it. But overall, it's a very, very, very good, I'm gonna say actually a great phone grip, probably one of the best one that I've used. Really like this one, so I'm gonna keep using this for as long as I possibly can. This one, year and a half, zero issues, so I'm gonna guess I'll be able to get the same, if not way more use out of this one, depending if I get a new case or whatnot. But Go Belt is the way to go if you wanna get a good phone grip. The iPhone 15 also does have a screen protector on it now. I use the Spigen, I think it's Spigen or Spigen, Easy Fit, I believe it was called. I'll link all these products down in the description below. I think these products are needed, must have, as soon as you get them out of the box to protect your phone, especially because of what I've been seeing with some of those like early torture tests, let's call them, on the phone. I know Jerry Rig Everything made a video and he just bent it and the back screen cracked on the Pro Max, not on the Pro. And then I did see another video where they were doing drop tests and the iPhone 15 Pro Max actually broke before the iPhone 14 Pro. I think they were thinking they were both Maxes, I'm not quite sure. And eventually this actually broke off of the phone. And his speculation was that because these edges are more rounded, as you can see, like here, they're more rounded here, and this is more, there's more of an angle here, as opposed, and I don't know if you can see it, more angle here than it is here. This is more curved. That's why it's not taking the impact as well as the older phones. From a weight perspective, I didn't mention this earlier, I don't know. They say this is lighter, and maybe it feels lighter, I guess, but not by that much. Some people are like, oh my God, it's so much lighter. I don't know. I don't think it's that much lighter, or feels that much lighter in my opinion. I guess maybe a little bit. It does stand up more, or it has that more of an angle when it's laying down because of the camera system in the back, that it's much beefier, so it stands up a lot higher. And that's probably been happening for a while now. So because I've had the 12 for the longest time, I didn't really notice this. So I'm super excited to get into the camera system and get these actually going and working. So let's put this phone in the case. Let's clean it up a little bit before we do that. The Spigen does have a different screen protector, which is called, I think, the Master Fit, which is actually edge to edge, because you can see here, I don't know if you can actually see this, but it doesn't go all the way to the edge, while the Spigen one, or the other Spigen one that they have, will go all the way to the edge here. So maybe that'll be the next one that I get. For now, this works out quite well. I'm not overly upset about it, but as you can see at the edges here, it starts collecting like little lint and stuff. So that way maybe the other one is a better bet to prevent that from happening. So let's put that away. So here we are, the phone's in the case. Let's put the iPhone 12 in its case as well. So you can see what it looks like with the case on. Again, to me at least, the iPhone 15 is definitely thicker looking in the actual case, and that probably has to do with the camera system that's beefier, so they had to make this part beefier maybe, I don't know. And with the case on, it actually feels heavier than this one here, but you get used to it real quickly. I don't think there's any real difference in that weight that they say it's a lot lighter. I'm not gonna use this phone without a case, so I'll just deal with the extra weight. It's not that bad, not terrible, so not worried about that. And can we quickly talk about how you couldn't pre-order the phone on apple.com or the app. I don't know. I think it was until like 8:20, 8:30, maybe even 8:40, where I think the app let me try to pre-order the phone first, and then the website came back online. However, I was lucky enough to be able to get it through my carrier, which I have AT&T, and I was done, I think, by 8:01 or 8:02 with that pre-order on the AT&T website. I had both of those up to see who would be faster. And just like last time I pre-ordered the phone, AT&T was also much faster. I actually was able to get in last time a couple minutes before the 8 a.m. pre-order time, and I was actually done by like 7:58 or so with the pre-order last time with AT&T. So I guess I'm gonna keep ordering the phone through my phone carrier every time, since it seems to be better, much easier, more streamlined to do so than through going through Apple. And I guess there's so many people at that time trying to get onto that website that they just can't handle it. So I'm just gonna keep going with AT&T. Huge fail for Apple on its own site for you to be able to pre-order the phone. Shout out to AT&T for making it easier. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you liked my first impressions and what I think are your must-have iPhone 15 accessories, 3 to be exact, that you need day of to protect your phone. I think they're crucial to making sure that your iPhone stays safe for as long as possible, especially considering the early torture test results that are out there now. Go watch them for yourself and you make that decision. I'll link all of the things I talked about, the case, the protector, and the phone grip down in the description below. I'll also put in the Spigen Master, I think it was called, whatever that one, the other screen protector is called. I'll link that in the description below, the one that goes to edge. Unfortunately, when I went to go buy mine, that one was out of stock, so I took this one. I wasn't sure which one's gonna be better, but now looking back on it, I do think that I want the edge-to-edge protection. So maybe sooner than later, we'll get that one. If you like this video, thanks for watching. That's not how it goes. If you've liked this video, give it a nice thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Comments, questions, suggestions, put them down in the comment section. Can never get that right. Comment section down below. Love talking to you, love hearing from you, love interacting with you. And like always, just keep on living a modern lifestyle through technology. Bye. Peace. See you in the next one, which is coming out real soon.